Okay, today I am going for a ride. I'm going to be using my Sony Action Cam on my helmet. And this is my cockpit on the bike. I got the GPS, a headlight, and a new Morale Action Cam. It's a GoPro knockoff. It videotapes in 4K also, and I will also mount it to my chest here also. Okay, I think it's recording. Did I forget anything on the ground? Nope. Okay, I'm going to the back bay. This is Newport Center. Newport Back Bay. We're gonna head over to Jamboree and do the loop around down to Newport Dunes. I suspect that each battery has probably, from what I saw on YouTube, 40 to 50 minute lifespan per battery. Okay, that's parking lot. Okay, there's horseback riding back in here too. Tried any of these trails yet for dirt. Kind of dry. My Sony turned off on the road somewhere. They do that when they get warm, but there's a switch to activate it to keep it on. All the batteries were charged this morning completely. Airplane coming. I'm gonna stop here for a minute because it's a beautiful view. Newport Dunes. This is Newport Dunes, California, Southern California. All the planes fly over from John Wayne Airport. I can hear the airplanes from my house in the mornings taking off at 7 a.m. Sometimes that means I'm late to work. Okay. This is an afternoon ride. This is Jamboree here. It goes all the way down the Pacific Coast Highway, but we're not going to do that route. We're going to loop the Newport Dunes. The trail down here, if you loop it here, the trail will go out into Irvine. It is called the San Diego Creek Trail or San Diego River Trail. And it goes all the way to Irvine, almost to the Irvine Transportation Center, where you can catch Amtrak or Metrolink. Kind of dry. It is April the 19th today, Monday. Okay, we're gonna go uphill, so I'm probably gonna shift down. Newport Dunes. Ecological Center. I haven't ridden in several weeks, or maybe even a month and a half. This is one of the observation areas. Airplane. I don't know if you can see that. Got my chest pointed up so you can see it. John Wayne Airport. Okay, I'm gonna take a hydration drink here, and then it's downhill. Okay. Camera's still on. I see the little red light. Let me check the helmet. Light's still on. Okay. I am using my Sony Action Cam also for videotaping. It's also 1080p, but I'm not sure if it does 4K. It does support I do have a 128 gig card in there, which the Marali does not support. Maybe one day I'll buy one and try it and see what happens. They could be wrong in their configurations. Okay. Give you a little insight here. I'm not sure if that binocular even works. Okay, I'm gonna stop here for a minute because it's a beautiful view. Newport Dunes. This is Newport Dunes, California, Southern California. All the planes fly over from John Wayne Airport. I can hear the airplanes from my house in the mornings taking off at 7 a.m. Sometimes that means I'm late to work. Okay. Okay, let's head on down. Okay, runners on the right, bicycles on the left. Cars do drive through here. It's one way only. Wonder how much wind it's picking up. Cars do drive through here. It's one way only. They can only come towards me down from Newport Dunes. Okay, at least with the helmet cam, I can give you views of the pavement out there. One on my chest, I really can't turn it for you, but it's supposed to have a wide angle. water's low. My right shoulder's a little bit sore. It's been like that for a day or two. I don't think it has anything to do with work. I think it's the way I sleep, maybe. I don't know. Electric bikes. Someday I'll make the switch. Or maybe get one for pleasure. I've walked around the Newport Dunes several times before. It's about an 11-mile walk all the way around. And I can prove it. I have it on my Garmin GPS account. Now, rollerblading, I haven't done that in over 25 years. I'm gonna say maybe 30. Back when I was still single. My brothers and I used to go play at the schools, and we'd play roller hockey. We would go over to Dolland Elementary School in Norwalk, or La Pluma and La Mirada. I guess that's one way to fill up the back bay, huh? Okay, a little rest area here. We can look at the point. Ryan Van Duzer. I don't know if you can see me here. Yes, it's me. I am the guy that critiqued you on your video regarding the inauguration and the election and your views on politics. Yes, I said I was going to remove you from my YouTube channel, but I can't do that. You're too damn motivational. That's why I'm hanging on to you. I am out here on a bike ride at Newport Dunes, California, behind John Wayne Airport. You're always interviewing people with different characters and abilities and disabilities, and you're just too dang motivational for me to let you go. I got my own story to tell you. My story is, I was born legally blind, and I was born in Brazil, and my dad wanted a better life, not just for himself and the family, but for me. So he learned English, came out here in 1965 or so, worked, found a job, got all the papers. My mom flew here into the US from Brazil with 5 kids by herself, and we moved out to Venice Beach at first, and it was really nice back then in the 60s and early 70s. Now it's a, pardon my French, it's a shithole. But anyways, I was born legally blind, and I've been legally blind all my life. I went to an elementary school for visually impaired and blind kids in elementary. Then in junior high and high school, I went to regular general ed schools and mixed in with the general ed population. Graduated. I do drive, but only during the day with special glasses called bioptics. I spent 30 years in education, 15 years in computer technology, and 15 years in special ed. Retired about 2 years ago. Work part-time now because I'm still young, still in love working, enjoy working. And I started cycling back in high school. When I was in high school, I asked my dad for a bike. He said, get a job. Anyways, so I started cycling back in high school in the 70s. Around 1974, I bought a Schwinn Varsity 10-speed. Sucker weighed like 40 pounds, but I went up to the mountains with it. And check out the kayakers out there, and I do that too. I might go out Wednesday kayaking. It's gonna get too shallow here for them, so they're gonna have to turn around. Anyways, so I spent 30 years in education. Now I work part-time working with big heavy machinery at a home improvement store. I'll tell you, Home Depot, best place to work when you're retired. Anyways, so I'm out here cycling today. It's been at least 3 weeks, maybe 2 months since my last ride. I'll have to check my Garmin account. I walk all the time too. I used to hike in high school also, and do some couple of backpackings and go out for 2 to 3 weeks sometimes with our church youth group. Anyways, I'm not sure if the sun's getting it, but anyways, so this is my track entry-level mountain bike. I've had it 2 years. It's got about, I'm gonna say about 400 miles. My other bike is a GT gravel bike. I've had it for probably 12, 13 years. And that one has probably, I'm gonna say somewhere between 20 to 30,000 miles. No, I'm exaggerating. I'm gonna say that one has probably 20,000. I was riding about 2,000 miles or more per year. I'm also a cancer survivor. My younger brother died at the age of 46 from colon cancer. So I'm on my second remission from mantle cell lymphoma. My first remission, I was in remission for 3 years because they found a polyp with the cancer during the colonoscopy. After that, I went through testing. They couldn't find anything, so they said, you're in remission for 3 years, you're gonna get something. 3 years later, almost to the date, it came. I started getting the effects in my lymph nodes, and I went through chemo for 6 months and continued working at the school. After 6 months, I went into UCLA for a stem cell bone marrow transplant. I'm on 4.5 years now for that. So next December, the 27th, will be my 5-year anniversary or birthday. They call it a birthday because I've been given a second chance. I'm doing good. I do have issues with cramping sometimes in my legs. It could be my lactic acid, could be my stretching, it could be my not being healthy. We don't know. But I'm out here riding, so this video's for you. Alrighty? You keep on. Wednesday I'm gonna take my kayak out, okay? Because I'm living a little bit of the senior leisure life. Alright? I'm gonna get back on the bike and go. Okay, I got my flashers on for the back, even though it's daylight. I got my headlight flashers in the front, even though it's daylight. I got 1 bottle of water, 1 bottle of scratch hydration, and I did bring a banana and some tangerines for my snack. Okay, left only for cars, right or left for bicycles. Last time I tried coming kayaking in here and it was just too shallow. Okay, let me deactivate my cameras. Okay, it's recording. I'm trying to figure out how much battery life I got left, but I can't see the indicator. Okay, Newport Dunes. This is where I take off from kayaking. Tomorrow I'm probably going to go check out the aquatic center because there's free parking there. Over on the other side. I'm not sure what time it is. Okay, I do have a hill to climb. Okay. Record.
Yes, go ahead.
Sure, got everything
She's not the
zipped.
mom that.
Make sure I got everything zipped up. Okay, got a steep hill to climb over on Jamboree. It's probably going to be a first gear climb. Okay, and across Pacific Coast Highway here in Jamboree. Okay, with every uphill, there's a downhill. I am not a fast downhiller, Ryan, because of my vision. Oh, check out that view. Which way do I go? I think I gotta go straight. Watch out.
Oh, sorry.
That's why I hate riding beach trails. Get a bunch of knuckleheads in your way. Okay. I've been out here before, but not this far out though. Look at those kayakers out there. I want to try paddle boarding too. Somewhere up here I have to make a right turn to go down to the ferry. This is Balboa Island. This is the island. Rentals. Oh, smells good. I think this goes because I don't want to take the trail. think up here and make a left. Balboa, okay. There's a sign. See where all the cars are coming from. Wonder how much the ferry costs now. Ramp closed. $1.50 each way. How much is it nowadays?
$1.50 on the bike.
Okay, 11 miles and .23 to the ferry. Okay.
done today.
Good. You can keep the change. This is the Balboa Fun Zone. Down here is where you can catch the Catalina boat. Look at these little dinghies here. Why did I have to? Let's see what's changed around here. Rentals. Newport Landing. Kind of quiet. Well, it is a Monday. Corn dogs. Ferris wheel is closed. Arcade. Coffee espresso.
Did you go for pedicure?
No, no.
This is where the video until camera goes out. The Newport drunks. Dennis Blackman lives down here somewhere. I walked down here before from my house. Walked all the way down the river, down here, and then took the bus home. The 47A stops there. The 47 goes all the way down to the Balboa Pier, where the theater is. And okay, I am not going up the hill. Too much traffic up there through Hogue, and then you gotta take Newport Boulevard. I'm gonna take PCH here to the river. Okay, 14.5 miles. Hopefully once I get on the river, there's no wind. Here. The road's dirty for being Newport Beach. Now you look at what's the difference between over there and over here. It's a lot cleaner here. 15 miles. Okay, Santa Ana River. I'm gonna head north on that for about probably 7 miles. Okay, that's the bridge to go to the beach. Water level's low.
That they, in some respects, have seen the light, but they don't confirm my principles.
This is Costa Mesa territory. Mountain Valley behind me, Costa Mesa right here in front of me. Well, the Morale batteries died already. I think they're only getting about 30 to 40 minutes, and they were fully charged.
Vamos caminando un rato para que descanse.
20 miles. I'll probably do 22. Right turn! I guess it's a sharp right now. All this construction for the 405. They're adding 2 lanes, one on each side. But they're taking away the carpool lanes and making them a toll lane. So that's not an improvement. Man, that freeway's gonna come right up next to the trail. Sunflower. Made it! Chargers facility here. IKEA. Wonder if the restaurant opened up. Go there and have a meatball dinner. This is South Coast Drive. I took Susan to South Coast Drive. Stopped at Starbucks and had a strawberry frappuccino. I usually get it with the banana, but they had no bananas. South Coast Plaza. Apple's on that side. That's the main mall on my right side. Sunflower. cramping up on my left leg. And I'm almost home. Left thigh cramping up. I'm almost home. I got a block to go. I guess I'll stand up for a bit. I normally don't like riding on the sidewalks, but with the sun in front of us and possibility of cramping up in traffic out there, I don't want to. I'm here anyways.